Okay, this is one of those times where you just have to believe us. It smells incredible in here right now, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh
All
my
through
goodness.
the commercial break.
As soon as this came in, we were both like,
yeah. All right, Brianna Stewart is here from Jera's Heavenly Sweet, and you're always cooking, baking, mixing something delicious, but this is like over the top awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm always in the kitchen, at home, at work, here. I'm just always in the kitchen somewhere. Yeah.
So tell us what we got going on today.
Well, we have a Blackberry cobblish. I call it a cobblish because it's not quite a cobbler. Today would have been my dad's 68th birthday. His favorite dessert was Blackberry cobbler, so it's like a cobblish.
Now, I'm assuming when you say cobblish, it must be a little bit simpler. It's different.
Yeah, I think it's simpler. It should be simpler. You know, you're not making a crust. Amanda's always like, I don't know how to roll things out, so I figure we bypass the crust part. We just get to the topping, and hopefully it'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it smells good. What are we warming up over here?
So right here is the blackberries. This is like 5.5, 6 cups of blackberries.
Okay.
Lots of blackberries.
Now you just go to the store, get some blackberries, just put them in there, or you start stirring them up?
Yep, that and some sugar. About a cup of sugar and dump it in there with you. So I'm gonna have you switch with me.
Okay.
And you can add in the rest of the ingredients to the blackberry filling. So
this is
lemon juice.
Okay.
And this is kind of experimental. I've never made this before, so I'm just trying it on here again.
Oh, good. Appreciate you making us be your guinea pig.
Love that.
Yeah.
This is also some lemon zest and some ginger because ginger goes well with blackberries, so does lemon. So why not? Just throw it in there and see what happens. And then have some butter. So throw the butter in there, let that melt down.
Yeah.
Always. You need butter in everything. I'm a firm believer of that.
So you soften that butter up a little bit there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. I mean, it can be cold still. That's fine. It's going to melt down regardless.
It's going to warm up pretty quick in there.
It's going to warm up, right. So here we have what is the ish in the cobblish. Like I said, we're not going to do a full crust because some people are intimidated by crust. They think that it's harder to roll things out or whatever. So let's just bypass that. And I figured if we do all the crust ingredients, but just make it not with liquid and roll it out, maybe we'll do the same thing.
Okay, so how are you going to incorporate this then if you're not doing all the fanciness of rolling it out?
Yeah, so I have flour, I have some cornstarch to help it be a little bit crisp, I have some sugar in there, some lemon zest. I also have some basil and salt.
Really?
Ooh, basil.
I know, bold move. But basil also pairs well with blackberries, usually in like savory dishes. But I thought, hey, why not? Let's just see what happens.
Okay, I was not expecting that.
You have not failed us yet.
Okay, so then I also have a stick of butter here. Yes, a whole stick of butter. And I'm going to grate that in as well. We're just going to grate it in. And usually in pie crusts, you use shortening or use butter, and you cut it into the flour mixture. Yeah. And then you add in water after
Like with a fork or something, right? Or you mix it together. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. So I figured let's just get some butter, let's grate it in, and then toss it around, and hopefully it'll have the same effect.
So the other stick of butter was a little bit warm. This one, is it a colder stick of butter that you're using? Yeah, that makes it easier to grate.
Yep, you need it to be cold. And also, when the cold butter gets into the oven, some science stuff, I don't know, happens.
Magic, deliciousness.
Yeah, and it helps for it to kind of disperse better.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of making almost like a biscuit a little bit in some ways. Yeah, we're going to mix it together.
You know some stuff. Do you bake?
A little bit.
It sounds like it.
Enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, okay, cool. Well, yeah, that's exactly it. It's kind of like...
I didn't get this figure for nothing.
But yeah, that's exactly it. So we're going to grate the butter in there. That's really good. And then you're going to kind of toss it around a little bit.
Sure.
So I just want to incorporate it all in there. That way you don't have to use the pastry blender or a fork. You just toss it, toss it.
This is a very forgiving recipe, it looks like.
It is. Yeah, that's why I said like the ish makes it a little bit easier. And it's not exactly the same. You don't get the top crust and the bottom crust, but you get the effects of the top.
And you're not worried about making biscuits where you can overwork the dough or something. This is just kind of mix it together, make it work and happen.
No, because what's going to happen is with normal crust, you add some cold water to it. Instead of using water, we're having the juice from the blackberries kind of soak in, and that'll create like a faux crust. Hopefully, I don't know.
Yeah. So do you want to? So I see these are like full blackberries in here. Do you want to mush them or do you want to leave them whole?
You can. That's one of your preference things. Like if you don't like big pieces of fruit, you can use a masher, like a potato masher, and smush them up a little bit.
Sure.
If you like some fruit chunks in there, leave it just as that. But you're basically going to cook that until it's just till it thickens a little bit.
Sure. You want it to not have a runniness to it. You want it to have just a little bit of a
little thickness.
I'm starting to notice a little bit. It's getting a little thicker as I stir.
And you can also add some more sugar if you feel like you want to sweeten it up a little bit more. Taste as you go. I'm all about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's hard to add too much sugar.
All about that. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to take this mixture.
Correct. And once that's done, I think we'll bypass today. We'll just let it be over there. You'll pour it into like an 8x8 glass pan like this.
Yeah.
And you're gonna sprinkle all this right on top. You're gonna make a nice layer covering the
so we're
entire
going on
top.
top. Okay.
Yes, covering the entire top, just straight across. Make sure you use all of it because it'll give a nice little oomph to it.
And then what about this?
And then you're gonna take some brown sugar and sprinkle it on top.
Because that's going to caramelize right on top. Ooh, that's going to be so
Yes.
good. Yeah, it's going to be so good. Yeah.
Exactly. That was my hope.
good.
Was like it would kind of caramelize on top and create some more crunch.
Perfect.
So yeah, this is the finished product.
Okay.
Which
We can get
see,
overhead shot here.
Yeah, we see it kind of sunk in a little bit. The cobbleish sunk in a little bit, but it's still there. So we're gonna taste it.
Yeah, can we do
And
this?
see what
Doesn't matter what it
happens.
looks
Let me
like.
get some of this stuff out the way, and then we'll find out. I don't know.
I don't know why.
I could be
we moved it all
wrong.
the way over here, but
It's okay.
All right, I'm
Like I
gonna
said, this
dive
is an
in.
experiment, guys. So if it's horrible, if it tastes
Oh, look
bad,
at it. Okay. So
Forgive
so
me.
it like overtook the like top layer there.
yeah, the juice kind of
yeah.
bubbled out.
Here. Yep.
Yeah, if you can look in here, it's like, it looks so good.
Yeah, and like I said, I literally have never
That's back over
tried this, taste this, so we're gonna see what happens.
Oh,
because-
good.
never- you
I'll be the
haven't?
I'll be the guinea pig
No,
if
I
I
love
just
doing
fall.
that
If I
here.
fall, I can see some of the basil in there too.
Can you?
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh, great. That's what you want the baker to say as you're about to bite into it. Interesting.
Girl, you gotta take a taste test too.
I will. And if you don't like it, you can say it. My feelings won't be hurt.
I
like I said,
doubt-
this is
I doubt
very
it.
experimental. It might be like a breakfast.
Is it
It's
hot?
okay. I'm surprised. I thought the blackberries were gonna be like more in your face.
Mm-hmm.
The dough definitely wins out.
Yeah.
With my bite anyway.
Yeah.
Same. The lemon.
The lemon.
There's like a
does
pop of lemon in
helps.
here too. Absolutely.
it. It's not bad. I'm not mad at it.
It is good.
No.
If you don't want to do the whole thing, I think this is much easier. I think it kind of works. Like it's.
You can
close
definitely
enough.
get that brown sugar on top, that caramelization.
Yeah.
And I guess you could, if you wanted to make something bigger than this, you can add more into it or smaller.
Absolutely.
I feel like you could even make this like a little personal. If you're really just feeling it.
I thought about that. I have some little ramekins, and I thought maybe I could just make like little individual ones. That might
personal.
be cute. I don't know.
Okay. Well, again, never disappoints whenever she's here. I always think about her cobbler after she leaves. I'm like, okay.
You can think about that. I'm thinking about this.
You can have more.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, and stay with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Yum.
Yeah. That's not too shabby.
It's really not.